Have you ever wished for a shortcut to success? A secret trick? A magic lamp? Maybe? Well, let me tell you a story about a boy who found one, but it wasn't quite what he expected. This is the story of Kabir and the Genie of Hard Work. In a small, bustling town lived a young boy named Kabir. He was bright and full of dreams, but he had one little problem. He thought hard work was, well, too hard. If only things were easier, he'd sigh, watching his friends practice their instruments for hours or his parents work diligently in their shop. He'd spend his days daydreaming of a life where everything he wanted just appeared before him, like magic. He wished for the highest scores without studying, for applause without practicing his flute, and for a beautiful garden without ever having to pull a single weed. One evening, while helping his grandfather clear out the old attic, a place filled with forgotten treasures and layers of dust, Kabir stumbled upon something peculiar. Tucked away in a dark corner, beneath a pile of old silk cloths, was a tarnished old oil lamp. It didn't look like much, but it had an air of mystery about it. Kabir, his heart pounding with the stories he'd read, picked it up and rubbed away the grime with his sleeve, just to see it shine. In a puff of shimmering golden smoke, a figure emerged, not with a thunderous roar, but with a gentle hum. It was a genie, but not one of immense size or with a booming voice. This genie was serene, with eyes that twinkled like distant stars. Kabir's jaw dropped. This was it. His moment had come. All his dreams were about to come true. "Greetings, young master," the genie said, his voice calm and melodic. "You have freed me. For that I shall grant you a gift." Kabir could barely contain his excitement. His mind raced with possibilities. Riches, a palace, never having to do homework again. I want ... I want everything to be easy," he blurted out. "I want to be the best at everything without trying." The genie smiled a wise, knowing smile. "Ah, a common wish. But I am a different kind of genie. I cannot give you riches, nor can I snap my fingers and make you a master of all things. The magic I offer is far more potent, though it may not seem so at first." The genie extended his hand, and a warm, golden light flowed from his palm into Kabir's chest. It felt like drinking warm sunshine. "What did you do?" Kabir asked, confused. "I have granted you the gift of hard work," the genie explained. "The unwavering spirit to persist, the focus to learn, and the strength to never give up. This power is greater than any treasure, for it allows you to earn your own wishes. The magic, young Kabir, is now within you," and with another gentle puff of smoke, the genie was gone, leaving a bewildered Kabir alone in the dusty attic. Kabir was deeply disappointed. The Genie of Hard Work. What a ridiculous joke. That wasn't magic. That was just life. He slumped back to his room, feeling cheated. The next morning, however, something felt different. As he sat down with his textbooks, instead of his usual sigh, he felt a strange pull, a quiet curiosity to understand the complex math problem in front of him. He didn't give up after the first try, or the second. He kept at it until, finally, the solution clicked into place. A small, surprising jolt of satisfaction ran through him. Later that day, his mother asked for help in the garden. Normally, Kabir would have groaned and found an excuse. But today, he found himself kneeling in the soil, carefully pulling weeds and watering the thirsty plants. His back ached a little, but seeing the neat rows and happy flowers gave him a feeling of pride he hadn't experienced before. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. This new strange magic was working in subtle ways. When his friends were heading out to play, a quiet voice in his head would urge him to practice his flute for just a little while longer. And so he did. He learned new melodies, his fingers growing more nimble, the notes flowing more smoothly with each passing day. He started asking more questions in class, his hand shooting up not because he wanted to show off, but because he genuinely wanted to know the answers. He didn't notice the big changes at first. It was all in the small victories. Solving a puzzle he would have abandoned before, helping his father mend a fence, and feeling the solid result of their labor, or finally playing a beautiful, clear high note on his flute that once seemed impossible. Slowly but surely, Kabir's world began to transform. His grades soared. He wasn't just passing, he was at the top of his class, not because of a magical brain, but because he spent the time to truly understand the material. At the annual town festival, he played his flute on stage. The melody he had practiced for countless hours filled the square, captivating everyone who listened. The applause that followed was thunderous, and it felt 1,000 times better than any applause he had ever daydreamed of. It was real. He had earned it. His family's garden, which he now tended to with care, became the most vibrant in the neighborhood, overflowing with colorful flowers and delicious vegetables that they shared with their neighbors. People would stop to admire it, and Kabir would feel a warmth spread through his chest. This was his creation. One evening, years later, Kabir, now a confident and accomplished young man, stood looking at his reflection. He had become respected for his knowledge, admired for his music, and loved for his kindness and willingness to help. He had everything he had ever wished for as a boy, but none of it had simply appeared. He had built it all, piece by piece, with his own 2 hands and his own determined mind. He took out the old, tarnished lamp from a drawer. He polished it gently, but he didn't do it to summon the genie. He did it with a sense of gratitude. Holding the lamp, he whispered to the empty air, "Thank you." He finally understood. The genie hadn't cheated him at all. He had given him the greatest magic in the universe. The story of Kabir teaches us something profound. We all look for that magic lamp, that instant solution, but the real genie isn't in a lamp. It's inside each and every one of us. It's the quiet determination to try again after we fail, It's the resilience to keep going when we're tired. It's the focus to practice when no one is watching. Hard work is the real magic. It's the slow, steady, and unstoppable force that turns dreams into reality. It doesn't grant wishes in a puff of smoke. It empowers you to build them, brick by brick, until you are standing in the castle you once only imagined. So, the next time you wish for an easier path, remember Kabir. Remember that the greatest power you can ever possess is the one the genie gave him, the unwavering world-changing magic of your own hard work. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me today. If it resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more stories like this. What's your genie of hard work helping you build right now? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep building your dreams.